connoisseurs of movies, television shows, and literature. Are you ready to shake things up? You may call me Lucaru. And we're here to feast on my opinion of all things movie, TV, and book. Now, usually I ask or say something to introduce my video. So here's the question. What's to stop? That question was delivered by Senator Kelly, played by Bruce Davidson, in 2000's Xmen. Yes, I know this movie has a lot of detractors to it, but I enjoyed it. And it brings up some very good points. It stars Sir Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman, Halle Berry, James Marsden, and one of my appetizers. He's somebody I watch when I'm between flavors. For those of you who don't know, a flavor is any actor. I have a list thus far of 28 men that I can watch just from their earliest work to their newest work. But like I said, Ray Park, Darth Maul, he's an appetizer. I'll watch Star Wars. I'll watch Sleepy Hollow. I need to find Ballistic X vs. Sever. I'll even watch Mortal Kombat Annihilation because he's one of the fighting stunt doubles. And he plays Snake Eyes in the 2 live-action G.I. Joe movies. But that's neither here nor there. Going back to what's to stop. Well, Senator Kelly was asking what's to stop a mutant from entering the home of a normal human being. That answer is simple. Absolutely nothing. Unless they are raised in a world where just because they are different, they are not monsters, they are not freaks, or worse, criminals. Now, in Zootopia, dear little fox, Nick Wilde says it the best that I've heard. If the world is only going to see a fox as shifty and untrustworthy and underhanded, why try to be anything else? That goes for anyone. If you're only going to see a class clown as a class clown, how are they supposed to actually prove that they can be a decent student or not? I should know. I was a class clown. I was a class clown because I was exceedingly bored. My entire school career, until I had to actually start showing my work. And then my grades started dipping. Now, that sounds really bad. And even though I was a straight A student in elementary school and the beginning part of middle school, you ask my teachers, I was a troublemaker. I was a distraction. I was a nuisance. Why? Because I was bored. One teacher went so far as to call me stupid and unteachable. Now, I love science. I like math to a certain extent. And I love literature. I love English. I love words. So you put me in those classes, specifically in the higher grades, I thrived. And those were my best classes. So how are students to thrive if they're constantly being told they're shoddy dressers? And this is from their peers. A teacher shouldn't be insulting how a student dresses. What they listen to, who they love. If a person is never allowed to be the most harmful stereotypes of a biased system of division, how are they supposed to be the best version of themselves? Well, we see it in the X-Men movies and the X-Men comics all the time. When they started forcing the issue of the mutants coming out and saying, I'm a mutant, more hate groups came out to try and suppress them and put them in their place. So, if you have people forced to defend the way they were born, you're going to have people come out and rally against them, saying, why can't you be normal? Normal's subjective. As a single mom, my normal is vastly different than a woman with a kind, loving, and attentive husband who helps her with the family and the chores. I'm also in a position where I have help with my kids. And there are some single moms out there who don't have help with their kids. They're all on their own. So to say you have to be normal is literally to say you have to be my normal. What I think is status quo. And that's an insult to everybody's story. Your struggles, their struggles, someone else's struggles, they're all unique to that person. Yes, there are countless victims of the same crime. But the precise details of those crimes may be similar, but are all specific to that victim. So, going back to that, forcing everyone to comply to you must be status quo, it's an insult to everybody, including the people who say you need to be like us. Then you get the reverse. Look at Titan from Megamind. He was a socially awkward loser with no powers. And then he gets, well, I'm not talking about, Titan. I said Titan. Then Megamind, trying to recreate Metro Man, gives Titans his power. And because Titan never learned how to take rejection properly, when he tried to win the girl because he had powers and she turned him down, he became a worse criminal than Megamind. And what's really sad is people keep saying Megamind's so bad, Megamind's so bad. No. Megamind was raised in prison by a bunch of people so dependent on the prison system, he did not truly know what he should have been doing to be a productive member of society. Try as he might when he was a student to fit in and make friends, it always went awry and he was always punished. Instead of, hey, by the way, this is how it should have been, this is what you should be learning, they let him live in the prison. Which, wow, that's reckless on anybody's part. Letting an innocent infant get raised by hardened criminals who are only teaching him their skill set of larceny and other such crimes. No wonder he was bad. And it's not until Megamind has to confront Titan that he realizes he doesn't have to be bad to get attention, to get praise, to get recognition. He could actually do things right and be praised and recognized in more positive ways. So, Megamind, like Nick Wilde in his movie, proved that the stereotype, the way someone is raised, specifically raised to see themselves, can be changed if people allow them to grow and learn and develop. Nick proved he's honest, he's loyal, he's trustworthy by proving that the harmless prey animal that is a sheep, a lamb, whatever bellwether was, food on the food chain, was a nastier villain than the carnivores she was trying to suppress. So, going back to the question, what's to stop something bad from happening because someone who is different is around? We are. We're what's to stop that. How we treat them is what's going to stop them from feeling that they have no other choice than to be whatever it is they were told. Now, Malcolm X said that his people would lay down their weapons when the people targeting and attacking them put down theirs. That's a fair assessment, since Éowyn in Lord of the Rings said the people of this country learned long ago that even if you do not carry a sword, you can still die on one. Pretty profound statements that are really scary, since both denote an unsafe world in which to raise strong, productive memories. Wow, I am still tired. Members of a kind, loving, prosperous society. If you want people to stop acting out of aggression, stop putting them in a corner where aggression seems like their only option. Yeah, it sounds really simple the way I say it. But starting with yourself, changing how you see yourself, goes a long way in helping to see the better or the best in others. So, if you believe people should not be singled out for any reason so banal as who they love, what they wear, what they listen to, how much they make, the color of their meat suit, let me know in the comments. If you think I'm totally wrong and they must be called out and must be put in their place, calmly, rationally, tell me why. These are my opinions. If your opinion is the opposite of mine, put it in the comments. Do it with respect. Do it in the spirit of learning. Do not use aggression. And we'll have a discussion. We'll talk. And maybe, just maybe, we'll come to an understanding that we can agree to disagree. But rescue the subscribe button from the zombies, tend to all the like buttons, moons, and then bang that bell to draw the zombies to you, and then run in the opposite direction so they avoid you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!